Okay, well, coming back at you. Another story. Name's Joshua here. This will be my second YouTube video. Another story time. This story time's about a year ago. Actually, it's my birthday tomorrow, and the story time was about my birthday last year. I'm turning 16 this year. Last year I was turning 15, and let's just start from the beginning. So, my mom said I could have a little birthday party. She didn't want anybody to stay. She said I could have one friend stay the night. Everybody else had to go home. And my best friend Tom, he was the one that was going to stay the night. I have been friends since day one. That he's always been there. Comes to all my functions, everything. And then I also had George and I had Ted there. They were my other two friends. They got there probably about noon in the afternoon. We have a pool at our house. We swam. We might have rode the side by side, you know. It was a great time. It really was. We were having lots of fun. And we haven't really drank much at this point. Me and my friend Tom, we've done it a little bit, just nothing crazy, just a little. But nonetheless, we were like, what if we did? Because it wasn't something we did a whole bunch back then. We were like, what if we did? And that we did. We started thinking, how are we gonna get this? We're all 14, 15. Like, how is this gonna happen? Now my friend George, he's a bad kid. He was the only one out of all that's ever smoked weed before, or vapes and stuff, and yeah, he's just but he had a rough home life, and we loved him for that. I honestly think he might be a little special needs. I'm not even joking about this. He was in special needs classes in school, but he was a fun person to be around. He was just dumb, funny. You know, that kind of person. You probably have people like that in your life. But we asked him, and he's like, well, I got a plug that's like 20 or it might even 30, but he could probably get his stuff. And we were like, okay. And we were like, I guess that's it. So we texted him up. We're like, we get 2 12-pack of Twisted Teas, 2 party packs, and we are all lightweights too. We end up going to pick them up in the side by side. So what we do is we decide we're gonna. Alright, so here's how this went. We told my mom we were just gonna go on a drive, and we went back road. And we met up with the guy. He shows up. He looks to be 35. He's got his wife in the passenger seat, who's like, Joel said she does. Yeah, George said she does OnlyFans, and I was like, what? She does not look like an OnlyFans model. She wasn't a looker. But they come and meet us. We have to give them the money first, and then he goes and picks up our stuff. And I'm like, I didn't trust this guy at all. Honestly, I didn't. It was pretty sketch because we were close to the highway. We drove almost all the way to the highway to meet this guy because he's driving a Mustang, and he's got his wife and he's got 2 kids and baby seats in the back seat of this Mustang. And as he's leaving to go get the Twisted Teas, he does a fat burnout with his kids in the back. Just, a real work of art, really is. But we were watching his location, and we just sat there, just wait. Probably 30 minutes goes by. We see him, he's at the store. We're like, well, he's at the store, so either he's getting our stuff or he's getting somebody else's, or he's getting his own. But we go in and we just wait. We drive around a little bit because we're next to the houses. We didn't want to just see us sitting there. And finally, we see he's starting to head our way again. And I'm like a 15-minute drive from town, and so he's probably 10 minutes away from us. And so he finally gets there, gets to us. We get the goods, and we're like 5 minutes away from my house. And we're booking it home because it's getting kind of late out. It's almost dark, not dark yet, because it's summertime. It's probably about 7:30 though. We'd already ate dinner, so we get back to the house, and we have these 2 cases, and we have them in the back seat of the side-by-side. It's like a 4-seater. And we have them underneath all of our hoodies. Everybody took their shirts and hoodies off and covered it all up so if we got pulled over, because I don't know what we were thinking. We were just real paranoid back then. But nonetheless, we do all this work. We finally get back to the house, and we're like, where are we going to put these? Because, like, we can't get caught with these at all. And my stepsister also, we share a birthday almost. She's like 2 days older than me. And she's also turning 15. And so she has her friends over also. And so we're like, nobody can see this. And so we take the side-by-side back around the pond and literally just walk back in the woods. We take them, run back in the woods. We each get one, we shotgun it, we throw the cans back in the woods, and we just stuff them under some leaves and branches and just dip. And we go back to the house, we talk to our parents, and every year I throw a birthday party or anytime I have friends over, it's always, we have a big property, and one of the things we always do is we always play hide and go seek tag. And because me and Brenna normally have people over at the same time, and so we have like 5 boys and 5 girls, and it's a good game of hide and go seek tag. And we can play that game and not get bored of it, play till 1 o'clock pretty easily, you know? So we go inside, we're just hanging out. George and Ted both have to leave because no one is allowed to stay the night, and I guess they wanted, and then it just ended up being that way. That's when their parents came and picked them up. They were real bummed out that they didn't get to stay. Now it's me and Tom, all the girls still. And then we were like, all right, well, let's start playing some hide and seek, you know? I think I brought it up, or maybe Tom did, I'm not for sure. Somebody brought it up, and we start playing. And we're playing this game, and we're just playing, and we ended up moving them. They were back behind the pond. We moved them up to the woods across from the house, so they're kind of closer, more accessible. And just every chance we'd get, we'd go, and we gotta drink fast. So we'd go, and we just started putting them down. And I think Ted and George both took 2 with them. So, but still, we have 24, like way more than I needed. And we're moving through them, and it's 11:30. We're all still kind of playing outside, and we get caught by my little sister. She finds us. She's probably 10 at the time. And alright, don't get mad at me, but we paid her off and just gave her one. She didn't tell on us. But I had to pause my recording because my friend called me. We're about to go to Wingstop for my birthday. We're gonna go spark up and then go to Wingstop. I'm very excited. But I think I stopped the part where we paid my little sister off. Dumb idea. Yeah, she still kind of snitches on us every once in a while, but I've been caught so many times, she's just used to it. I got lots of stories for this channel. I'm very excited. But she catches us, and it's like 11:30 probably. And then we're like, all right, we're out. Somehow we went through all of these. I think we might have given another one to one of the girls. Just one, though. And we're just baffled. We don't know how this happened. And we're not sloppy drunk. We're obviously, we're feeling it. Like, obviously we're drunk. Like, but we're not like, this sounds bad to say, but I trust myself to drive under this situation. Like, I was fine, you know? But obviously I was 14 at the time, I couldn't drive. Anyways, we end up, Brenna, my stepsister, two of her friends, Mackenzie and Olivia, they both were talking to them. Me and Tom both have girlfriends at this time. But Mackenzie and Olivia come with us, and we go to Mackenzie's house, which is like literally a 30-second drive down the road. Like, I'm not gonna say it's right across from our house, because it's not. It's like no exaggeration, 30 seconds on the side-by-side. We go over there with them because we're out, and she said she had more at her house, and she went inside. And this is where the night starts to get a little blurry for me. But I'm gonna do my best to tell the story because it's honestly a great story. We go over there and we're hanging out in her shop for a little bit. We're messing around on the boat. They have like a boat parked in there. We're messing around. We're looking at all her dad's tools. You know, just just hanging out. Nothing too bad. Ziba, my little sister, came with us, and she was in there with us. And then we're like, well, let's go to the camper. It's kind of cold, or it's kind of hot in here or something. I don't remember why, but we went to the camper. Now we're hanging out in the camper, and me and Tom just keep putting them down, and I'm like, oh god, this is getting wild. And I got told this, I don't remember this, but supposedly I got pushed into a closet, and Olivia was in there with me, and I guess we were just hanging out, or like into a bedroom, not a closet, like one of the back bedrooms, like one of the small ones. There's like, it's like a door and it just opens up to like a single bunk bed, just like right there. That's it. And apparently we were in there together, just laying in the bed, talking whenever my little sister opened the door and was like, what the heck are you doing? Get out. And gets me out of there. And I can honestly say I don't know if anything happened in that room, but something may have. I honest to God, do not know. This is a year ago too, so it doesn't help. But my friend Tom, just wait for this, you guys aren't even ready. My friend Tom also had a similar experience. Kinsey pushed him into the master bedroom, and he swears to it. I don't believe him, I really don't, but he's my best friend and I got to. He swears to it that she got on her knees and started to pull down his pants, but he knew that he had a girlfriend and stopped her, and that was the end of it. But he said that, like, me and my friend almost got taken advantage of the ripe age of 14. It was wicked. Wish I would have let it happen now that I'm looking back at it. But, you know, it's fine. But, so, after all this happens, we're just hanging out in the camper, and I think it's like 1 or 2 o'clock. My stepsister calls me. She's in the house with all her friends. She calls me and asks where we're at. And I'm lying out of my ass. I'm like, me and Tom are just on a side-by-side ride. And she's like, well, you better get home now. Mom's probably gonna be mad. They already locked the house and turned the alarm on. And so now I'm kind of drunk and I'm a little paranoid now. And I just kind of start losing my stuff. I'm like, they turned the alarm on? There's not, like, we didn't sneak out, but we didn't tell them we were leaving, you know? And it really startled me. It really did. But then we're like, all right, well, we gotta head back then. And so we go back. Tom, gosh, I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. Tom drove the side-by-side for that 30-second drive all the way home. Should not have been driving at all. We were both way too gone to be driving. He drove. I jumped out of it while we were driving for some reason. Don't know why. Apparently, Olivia had to, like, hug me and hold on to me to keep me in. Like, I'm really just disappointed in myself for acting so childish. But, you know, stuff happens, so it's fine. But we go and get home, and my stepsister is waiting on the trampoline with the rest of her friends. She's like, what have you guys been doing? And we were like, oh wait, my little sister had to hold me in because Olivia and Mackenzie had to stay at Mackenzie's house because they weren't allowed to stay the night. I remember that now. And so my little sister had to hold me in. So we finally make it home. Like, not finally, because it wasn't that bad. We get home, and my stepsister's just interrogating us. Where have you guys been? What have you guys been doing? And we're obviously pissed drunk. And I don't remember. I actually do remember this kind of. I remember I'm like, I really gotta go pee. And we're sitting on the trampoline talking. And I turn around and take a knee on the trampoline and kneel down off the side and start peeing in front of everybody. That was funny. Then After that, Tom and my stepsister brought me inside and they put me in my room and told me to go to bed, and I crawled into their room because Tom went into the stepsister's room, and I'm like, I crawled in there and I'm like, no, we're all going to bed if I'm going to bed. So he comes and gets in bed in my room, and we lay down, and I wake up and I honestly felt pretty fine. It wasn't one of those times where you wake up drunk, but I wasn't hungover, and I was not mad about it. I think that's because I was young and my body was still pretty decent and I could process my alcohol pretty well. But basically that's the end of my story. Story time. But the lesson from this story is have fun, be smart, and don't. I know it's hard to say, but don't get too far gone, because you'll end up in situations that you don't want to be in, and it's very, very unpredictable. So, but live your life. Don't be dumb. Be safe. You know it's safe. Listen to your parents, please. If I were to listen to my parents every time they told me to do something, my life would be so much different. Probably for the better. But that's all I have to say. Don't smoke nicotine because it doesn't do anything for you. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I think it's so dumb. People are addicted to that stuff. I quit a long time ago. But I'll try to get another video out tonight. Today is the 27th. My birthday's the 28th. I'm gonna try to post this tonight. I don't know if I'll get to it, but I will definitely post tomorrow. Maybe even twice tomorrow. Peace out.